This is me, Bosco, from Orange Pixel. And as you might have noticed, I'm currently deep into code and fighting a bug. Actually, the bug is fighting me and it's currently winning, but we'll get this bug down and killed and hunted, and I won't stop until it's dead. Anyway, I've been very busy this week working and trying to fix this bug, so that I didn't really have time to put together a funny pre-intro. So this was the pre-intro, and now we'll start the intro, and I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Hey guys, it's me, Pascal from Orange Pixel. It's still early in the morning, but I'm working on something big. Originally, I wanted this video to be about the trailer creation for Space Grunts 2, but I didn't really get to make the trailer at all or do anything because I'm hunting down a bug, like a big bug. It crashes the game. It's very random. It happens like once every 10-20 games, or not even in those 20 games, because for some people it won't happen, for others it does, and it's very hard to find this bug, but it needs to be fixed before I release the game, and that's just in a few weeks. So all week I've been playing my game for many hours, finding or trying to find this bug and kill it. So maybe we should talk about how to find a bug like that. So let's first visualize what a bug actually is, because some of you are not developers. So let's say this stack of Walking Dead comic books is actually containing a bug. In some of these pages, in some of these graphic pages, Rick Grimes has a mole, and he shouldn't have a mole because he doesn't have it in any of the other panels. So, well, most people reading through these comics won't notice the mole and will just read through all the comics. But some people will notice the mole and they will stop reading because that's a bug and it crashes their belief in the comic book. So we need to figure out where this panel with the mole is. First thing we do is eliminate a bunch of stuff. Let's say the first 8 or 9 or so comic books, they're the interface of the game. So they're the menu, the options menu, the settings, the graphics, the input, the statistics, everything that's not part of the game itself. So we eliminate those. That still leaves us with a stack of 13 comic books with a lot of pages and a lot of graphic panels. We need to figure out which panel has the mole. So how do we actually hone in on it? Luckily for us, as game developers, there are tools for that. So let's talk about these tools. For most game developers, it's called a debugger. And if you're a game developer, you probably used it or know what it is. And for those that aren't a game developer, a debugger allows you to go through the game code line by line as the game is running. Obviously, it doesn't always go through every line. You can just specify which line you want to start, and then the game will pause when it comes to that line, and you can step through it and check all the variables, all the values, the entities, where everything is moving, and everything can be checked at that point, which is a great tool, and most bugs will be solved with it, except if you don't really know when the bug is gonna happen. Like in this case, the bug is pretty rare. It crashes randomly at, well, I'll get to that in a bit. It doesn't happen all the time, so I could have like 10-20 game sessions and it's not happening, and if I had to step through all the code in every game session, it would take me a couple of years just to figure out where the bug is. So the debugger is great, but not really great for this case, because, like I said, I do know where the bug is happening. It's happening when you're moving from one level to the next, and randomly the game crashes. So my first idea was that it had to do with the level generator, because you're moving to a new level, so a new level is being generated, and maybe something funky was going on there, which was the first thing I started to check. And how did I check those things? Old school. Yes, let's talk about old school. Because old school in this thing means we didn't have debuggers back in the day, so we had to guess where the bug was happening, or we just dumped a lot of values on the screen or in the console to figure out what was going on in the code. And that's exactly what I started doing. At the start of the level generator stuff, I just added a message to the screen, level generator starting now, and at the end of the level generator there was a message, level generator did his thing. Strangely enough, both of these messages happened and the crash happened later. So yeah, the bug isn't in the level generator. Surprise, actually, because I was pretty sure the bug was happening in the level generator, because that's doing a lot of funky stuff that would cause this type of bug. But it's not. So I've been adding more and more messages to the game code, trying to pinpoint where the exact spot is that it crashes. And so far I haven't managed to find it yet, because it just happens to be in another area every time. And that's very hard. And it's time consuming, because the bug isn't happening all the time. So I have a lot of gameplay sessions done without any crashes. And I'm waiting for a crash, because I want to see what messages are on the screen and what the final messages are before it crashes. So the rest of the day I'm just playing this game, my own game. And of course, if I'm playing my own game, I run into other stuff and things that I need to change or tweak. So while hunting the bug, I'm also fixing other bugs and making little changes here and there, which is good for the game and for its release, but it's not helping me to get this bug hunted down and killed and destroyed. And so that's how we are hunting down bugs. It's a tedious job. It's no fun at all, because I'm not creating anything. I'm just it's just very frustrating. But I'll fix it before the game goes live. I'll have this bug hunted down, and if I find out what it is, I'll let you guys know. So that's it for this week's video, because I just have to dive in and find this bug, and I hope to have it actually fixed today. It's now Friday, so let's finish the video off with some comments on last week's video, which was for me yesterday on Thursday's video. So there's not a lot of comments just yet, but let's just see what's there. First comment, Nicron Zeit. Nice work, some tips I can use. I am making a game, but the way I is a dead road. Because the game I make, it is original. I try for a few months looking for something, look like it to get some ideas or inspired, but I can't find anything. If you're working on a game, a prototype, that's what I call that phase, and it's not working and you're not finding it and not feeling it, don't waste too much time on it. Completely change the game or just try something different, because wasting a lot of time on something that isn't fun in like the first couple of weeks of development or work on it, it's not gonna suddenly be fun at some point. The core of a game has to be done first, and try to make it fun. If that's not fun, skip it, go to the next idea. At least that works for me. So Ivan, Russia, nice video. Will it be on Android? Yes, and thank you. It will be on Android, iPhone, and it's already on PC, so all the bases covered. New Caliber, as an alien, I'm offended. Sorry if you're an alien.
But now it's gonna talk to aliens.
You know. Umesh Yenem, you have a family, wife, kids? Yeah, I have a wife, which is really strange to say still. We've been together for 12 years. We're only married for 6, so I still often call it my girlfriend, but no kids, by the way. But we have 5 cats, so that counts, I guess. Sandor Zagetti, will there be some angry comment by Captain Kirk at the end of an unsuccessful mission, like no or Khan? Yeah, I wanted to add a few more lines of voice over stuff to the game. I still have to figure out where and when, because I don't want to put in a lot of voice extras, but there might be something there. Or at least if you beat the end boss, there might just be something there. Still thinking about it. Phil Bennett, love the vibe, Mr. Pixel. The 70s riffs in the background, keep it fresh, keep having fun. Games should be fun. I agree. Games should be fun, and making games should also be fun. If you're not having fun while creating games, I don't think the game will be fun. So I totally agree. And that's it for these comments. If you have comments on the debugging on this video, put them down. But also, before I forget, next week's episode is the 100th episode, which is awesome. I'm gonna talk about some celebrating stuff, because it's also the 15th year of Orange Pixel. It's also a decade of Android games. So I'm just gonna talk about things like that. And if you have any questions, or being a game developer of 15 years or whatever, put them down in the comments below, and I'll do some Q&A stuff. So help me fill next week's video by putting down some questions below. And that's it for this week's video. I'm gonna go bug hunting. See you guys next week. Bye. Oh, wait, just one more second. It's now 3 hours later than all the stuff you just saw and the rest of the video. But I found the bug. I actually found the bug. I got lucky. I played a couple of games and it kept crashing. So I could just pinpoint where it was and got closer to the code that actually spawned the bug. And I found it. It's in the save game. Of course, when you go from one level to the next, it saves your progress. And that's where it went wrong. The actual bug, the actual problem is in a third library, a third-party library. So it's not my own code. Hey, that's a good thing, but also a bad thing because it makes it a little bit harder to find where the code or the game crashes. However, I can maybe replace this code, bypass this code, or do something else with this code. But now I do know where it crashes. So I found the bug. That's a very big relief. So I'm gonna see how I fix this, and at least the bug won't be in the final released game. So yay me, and now it's time to have some weekend. So see you guys next week. Bye.